There is a moment when someone tests you, at work, in negotiation, in relationships. It's not about the words, it's about seeing if you lose center. Machiavelli observed that power begins not with action, but with stability. Napoleon Hill wrote that a reactive mind loses direction and becomes externally driven. Most people rush to respond. The rare control timing. Impulse wants defense. Power chooses position. Silent rule. Whoever controls inner state controls the field. Do not answer to release tension. Answer to preserve leverage. Short phrases. No drama. No long justification. Noted. Understood. We'll see. Strategic calm is not emotional coldness. It is mental sovereignty. Napoleon Hill was explicit. Undefined desire produces an undefined life. Machiavelli would agree. Rulers without clear aims lose their state. People without defined goals lose social, financial, and psychological position. Defined desire creates behavioral coherence. Coherence creates internal predictability. And internal predictability generates external strength. But beware. Be predictable to yourself, not to the environment. The common mistake is announcing ambition too early. Machiavelli warned, exposed intentions create resistance. Work in silence, show results. Do not proclaim, build. Double rule, clear objective inside, discreet movement outside. Machiavelli taught that perception governs public reaction. Hill taught that thought governs personal destiny. Together, you must govern what you think and manage what you reveal. This is not deception. It is exposure discipline. Not every truth must be publicly expressed at the moment it is formed. Powerful people do not explain every step. They guide interpretation through posture. Stable posture reduces attacks. Over-explanation invites testing. Tactical replies under pressure. That's your view. Interesting point. I'll consider it. You do not enter their emotional frame. You keep your own. Hill called it drifting, reacting without conscious direction. Machiavelli called it political weakness. Uncontrolled emotion gives your psychological map to others. Whoever provokes you is collecting data. Each reaction reveals a threshold. Each threshold becomes leverage. Self-control is not suppression. It is timing selection. Power rarely reacts on first strike. It observes pattern. Paradox. Expressing everything relieves, but weakens. Conscious restraint strains, but strengthens. Use delay as a tool. Time is a mental shield. Napoleon Hill defended organized obsession, not chaotic anxiety. Machiavelli defended calculated advance, not impulsive motion. The difference is discipline. Hurry wants visible victory. Strategy wants sustainable position. Those who rush reveal need. Need lowers negotiating power. Work intensely, but appear controlled. Silent ambition intimidates more than noisy urgency. Posture phrases. I'm building. No rush. At the right time. Not slowness. Rhythm control. The isolated man reacts. The strategically allied man advances. Napoleon Hill described the mastermind alliance principle. When two or more minds coordinate around a definite purpose, a third force emerges. Expanded intelligence. Not mysticism. Cognitive synergy. Shared clarity accelerates decisions and reduces error. Machiavellian political analysis shows the same. Rulers who choose advisors well expand power. Those surrounded by flatterers become blind. The rule is not many allies, it is lucid allies. You don't need applause, you need intelligent friction. People who disagree with logic strengthen your strategy. Those who only agree weaken your judgment. Power question. Who can correct me without fear? Provokers try to isolate you emotionally. Strategy builds rational alliances. Cold response when someone tries to divide you from a valuable ally. I'll hear both sides. I decide with facts, not tension. Alliance is not dependence, it is multiplied vision. Hill insisted, the mind requires daily self-discipline, or it will be ruled by fear, doubt, and external influence. An untrained mind becomes invaded territory. Machiavellian analysis shows leaders fall not from lack of strength, but from lack of consistency. They begin firm and end reactive. Mental discipline is not rigidity. It is direction maintained under pressure. When someone provokes you, the test is not social. It is neurological. Your system wants discharge. Your training imposes choice. Practical rule: never answer at emotional peak. Let the body settle, then speak. This changes tone, changes word choice, changes perceived position, strategic containment phrases. Let's address this calmly. Not time for conclusions. We continue later. Control does not erase emotion. It schedules expression. He who controls timing controls impact. Machiavellian doctrine warns, reputation protects more than verbal defense. Those with solid track record explain less. Chronic self-justifiers signal instability. Hill reinforces, consistent results create perceived authority. The human mind trusts pattern over speech. Common mistake, trying to repair image with emotional argument. Correct strategy, repair image with repeated behavior. You don't defeat provocation with long explanations. You defeat it with short, coherent posture. When unfairly accused, the facts show. Time confirms. We continue working. No attack, no desperation, no theater. Power paradox. The less you beg to be understood, the more seriously you are taken. Not cowardly silence, backed silence. Hill taught you cannot control environment, but you control your mental response to it. That is the leverage point. Machiavellian logic. He who cannot rule himself rules nothing. Most try to control people. Few control state. External control is unstable. Internal control is portable. Provokers want to drive your emotion. You must drive interpretation. Replace. He disrespected me with he attempted to destabilize me. Victim becomes analyst. Neutral tactical replies. Message received. Point noted. Let's stick to facts. No submission, no aggression, with center. Self-rule is the safest form of lasting power. Hill defended burning ambition, but organized. Desire with plan. Intensity with method. Machiavellian advance is calculated. Motion without reading leads to fall. Anxiety signals need. Need lowers bargaining power. Strategic ambition signals direction, not desperation. Work intensely. Communicate calm. Build fast. Appear stable. This reduces opportunistic attacks. Reduces pressure tactics. Position phrases. We're structuring. It's a process. No rush. The world tests the desperate. It respects the solid. Do not hide ambition. Control its exposure. Internal fire. Stable surface. Most provocations are not strategic attacks. They are access tests. Small emotional pokes to measure your stability. Machiavellian analysis shows leaders fall when they treat small irritations like major wars. Napoleon Hill warned, emotional dispersion breaks focus and weakens definite purpose. You cannot allow every criticism to move your center. Mental center is not pride, it is direction. When you react to everything, you are directed by everyone. When you choose what deserves response, you retain internal command. Not every challenge deserves engagement. Not every opinion deserves energy. Power filter. Does this affect my main objective? Does this change my real position? Does this require action or self-control? Shield replies, not relevant now. We proceed. Focus on essentials. Ignoring the small is not weakness. It is force economy. Energy is a strategic resource. Spend it on construction, not trivial friction. Hill was specific. Definite desire must be protected by plan and persistence. What many miss is the implicit third pillar, operational silence. Oversharing goals dissipates energy and invites interference. Machiavellian doctrine warns that early exposed intentions create unnecessary opposition. When you announce every move, you trigger judgment, envy, and mild sabotage. Not paranoia, basic human dynamics. People react to perceived positional threats. Be open in character. Be reserved in strategy. Share progress with trusted allies, not unstable audiences. Ambition needs execution, not publicity. Replies when pressed too early. Still in development. Not ready to disclose. I'll show when solid. Secrecy is not manipulation. It is process protection. Roots grow in darkness. Results appear in light. Napoleon Hill placed persistence as the divider between desire and achievement. But persistence is not noise. It is disciplined continuity. Machiavellian observation shows effective rulers maintain course despite temporary public criticism. Dramatic persistence seeks validation. Strategic persistence seeks outcome. You don't need to announce every effort, nor turn every obstacle into a spectacle. Work, adjust, continue. No theater. Provokers try to exhaust you emotionally to break consistency. If you enter drama, you exit the plan. Cold rule, less announcement, more correct repetition. Persistent posture phrases. I continue. In progress. No interruption. Silent consistency creates unavoidable reputation. People begin to say, he does not stop. That builds psychological weight around you. Machiavelli wrote, it is better to be seen as firm and stable than pleasant and volatile. Napoleon Hill taught that trained self-confidence shapes how the world responds to you. Perceived stability generates functional trust. People observe emotional pattern. High volatility lowers perceived authority. This does not mean coldness toward those who deserve warmth. It means predictability in values and reactions. Your principles don't shift with daily pressure. When provoked, answer from your standard, not their tone. Never let the other person set your emotional climate. Stability phrases. My position stands. My point remains. No change under pressure. Respect is not born from volume. It is born from consistency. Hill warned that people without self-direction are easily influenced by fear and opinion. Machiavellian analysis shows manipulable leaders become tools of other interests. The bridge is conscious self-control. He who does not rule impulse is ruled by whoever triggers it. Provocation is remote steering attempt. If it works, you were driven. If it fails, you remained sovereign. Self-control is not social rigidity. You can be warm and human without being reactive. Healthy emotional strength is flexible, not capturable. Replies when pushed for reaction. I won't react to that. That's not how I decide. I need data, not tension. Emotional independence reduces exploitability, and those hard to use are naturally more respected. Hill taught that the mind builds the mold before reality fills the shape. Machiavellian doctrine shows position comes from invisible preparation. Combine both. External power is consequence of disciplined inner image. If you see yourself as fragile, you negotiate poorly. If you see yourself as firm, you position better. Self-image is not motivational fantasy. It is repeated mental standard until it becomes observable posture. You train identity before you test power. Silent exercise. Before answering pressure, ask, what would my strongest version answer? Then answer accordingly. This is not acting, it is alignment. If this kind of clarity is structuring your thinking, mark it. Like the video, not from impulse, but from recognized value. Machiavelli emphasized controlling circumstances. Hill taught the mastermind principle, aligned minds in supportive environment. Both understood, no one sustains mental strength inside constant chaos. Environment shapes pattern. Pattern shapes result. You don't need isolation, but you need influence selection. Reduce exposure to chronic drama. Increase contact with builders. Practical rule. Less useless debate, more productive dialogue, less collective reaction, more individual decision. Those who adjust environment reduce invisible sabotage. If you know someone intelligent but constantly provoked and drained, share this with them. Not as superiority, but as a tool. Hill linked self-control to leadership. Machiavellian thought linked self-control to power survival. Today it is direct competitive advantage. Markets react, crowds react. Rare professionals respond. Response thinks before moving. Reaction moves before thinking. Daily drill. Conscious response delay. Seconds already improve decision quality. Microspace creates command. Anchor phrases, I'll evaluate. I'll respond later. I need to check. This reduces public error and increases the perception of relevance. If you want more content with this depth, practical and with dark psychology without being toxic, subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell, because that way you won't miss what matters. Hill stated, "Desire without plan is only wish." Machiavelli showed, "Intention without strategy invites defeat." Ambition requires structure. Wanting more is not rare. Planning better is. You need clear goal-defined steps, adjustment margin, emotional control during execution. Loud ambition seeks applause. Strategic ambition seeks position. When provoked during the path, don't defend the dream, execute the next step. Short reply, I'm working on it. Process underway. If one idea here already changed your behavior, comment which principle you will apply first. Writing reinforces commitment. Final synthesis. Hill built the science of definite purpose. Machiavelli built the science of protected position. Together they show, those who control direction and reaction become hard to move. You don't need to be cold to those who deserve warmth, but you must be firm with boundary testers. This is not about manipulating people. It is about not being manipulated by impulse. Final rule, less automatic explaining, more conscious decision, less emotional reaction, more strategic positioning. Silent power does not shout, it stabilizes. If this raised your perception standard, complete the ritual. Like, share with someone who values awareness, comment your key insight, and stay with the channel. Here, power is handled with responsibility.